Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to another rendition of the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Tonight we have the Wednesday night street fights here, the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights in store for you here, 100-lap season finale at Lanier Speedway. I'm Todd Staten, down there pushing all the controls. This is Jack Truan here this evening. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen here, as it looks like we have 11 cars in the house tonight. A little bit of a light crowd, but a lot of things going on here in the iRacing community. A lot of guys setting up for the Gobbler, a lot of things going on. Gobbler coming up live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network tomorrow night. UDTV will also have server number 2 for that. We'll be on server number 1. And also the Gobbler going on there, the main event. We will be covering the main event of the Gobbler tomorrow night. 500 big ones up for grabs in that race. It's going to be a fantastic one. Also, we're going to have a round table earlier in the night, and we'll go around with Jeff Brown and Phil. I don't know if Jack will be in here, but there's some pretty good guests lined up. Cannot wait for that. So the round table you really want to tune into here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And Jack will be there for part of the round table, where we're going to do a Q&A. So if you want to be involved in that round table, street stock driver that's going to be driving in that race, get a hold of us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, and then we'll get you all lined up, locked and loaded. Like I said, it does not look, looks like we're going to have one heat race maybe, as we look here. Yeah, one heat race, 12 cars here. So we do have 12 cars in the house. We'll see if all of them make it for the heat race. But heat race number 1 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 6 machine, that is Ryan Bronson. His dance brother outside, driving the number 21, that's Jim Revis. Inside row number 2, that's the voodoo child Eric Eichstead, number 12, and his dance brother outside, driving the 01 would be Daniel Price. Next row back, the bulldozer Alex Brewer aboard the number 1 machine, and Big Monkey Rocky Battenfield. And the number 97 rolls off in the very next position. That is 6. 7th would be, looks like 7th should have been Justin Holt. His dance brother outside, David Brewer, in that number 319. Next row back, starting in the 10th star position, that's E.J. Jones aboard the number 84. That's the natural one. David Blackburn rolls off in 11th. Rolling off 12th will be Kyle Moyer. So we got 12 cars out there, and it looks like we're missing 3 cars, so it looks like it's going to be a 9-car heat race. And indeed, a 9-car heat race here for the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights. Like I said, a little bit lower of a count. A lot of things going on in the iRacing community as far as street stocks. The iRacing I-Flag, green flags out, and we're racing here at Lanier. 8 laps will be the distance here in this heat race. These guys dive off down into turn number 1. Already off of turn number 2. Revis now battling for the top spot there with Ryan Bronson. A nice side-by-side battle. Eric Eichstead right there. And that number 12 machine, thebladenode.com, number 12, the Voodoo Child. Running in the 3rd spot, Rocky Battenfield running 4th, Alex Brewer running in 5th. Here comes David Brewer down to the inside in that 319 machine trying to make something happen. As he works trying to get side by side, not going to be had. There's Alex Brewer going to be able to pull out in front of him. But meanwhile, it is Jim Revis up front there, the number 21 machine, Team Dirt Warrior 1-2, as you got 21 and the 12. Then you got the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield battling it out for that 3rd spot with the 6 of Ryan Bronson. Alex Brewer still right there, and David Brewer in that 319. Got to say hello to everybody out there in Facebook, because seeing everybody out there tuning in here for the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights. Good battling going out on the speedway here as we're coming up on halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go. Heat race number 1, the first and only heat race here tonight, the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights. But the number 97 down to the bottom there, duking it out with Ryan Bronson. Bronson going to slip up just a little bit too much for the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield. Battenfield able to move into that 3rd spot. Alex Brewer also going to storm right into that position, trying to jump into number 6's grave as Brewer now moves out in front of the number 6 machine. Bob Tompkins out there in the YouTube chat, or Facebook chat box. Thank you, Bob, for tuning in. These guys duke it out some more. Just watching what's going on. As Jim Revis continues to hold on, that number 21 is Eric Eichstead. They will look down there a couple different times, trying to get around him. As of right now, not able to do so here as we're on the final lap. As now here comes Eric Eichstead down the back straightaway, trying to get around Revis. Revis down into turn number 3 for the final time. And it looks like he's going to come off a turn at number 4. Heat race 1 winner, Jim Revis, the number 21. Second going to go to Eric Eichstead. Rocky Battenfield for 3. Alex Brewer for 4. David Blackburn for 5. Ryan Bronson, Kyle Moyer, David Brewer, and E.J. Jones, your 9 cars here in heat race number 1. So we're definitely getting ready here. I'm ready for the feature event. 100 laps will be the distance here for the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights. The lineup brought to you in part by Foyles Trucking. Starting on the pole, driving the number 21, that is Jim Revis. Revis aboard the number 21 in his days of part of the outside, driving the number 12. That is Eric Eichstead. Eichstead aboard the number 12. Inside row number 2, that'll be the number 97 machine. That's the Big Monkey, Rocky Battenfield, and the Bulldozer, the number 1 of Alex Brewer, rolling off in position at number 4. Rolling off 5th will be the number 16 machine. That is David Blackburn, and outside him will be number 6 of Ryan Bronson. Rolling off in position number 7, that's the 111 of Kyle Moyer and David Brewer. And the 319 going to roll off in position number 8. Rolling off shotgun on the field, that'll be the number 84 of E.J. Jones. 9 cars, 100 laps here at Lanier Speedway. Should be a fantastic race these guys will put on here for 100 laps. Shouldn't take that long as these guys get around here rather quickly as it unfolds. Like I said, a little bit of a lower car count. We kind of expected that, though, with Gobbler practices going on for tomorrow night again. That is live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, tune in to the Gobbler. Going to be a great race. 500 big ones on the line. Most of the guys you see out here, I think just about everybody out here, you will see in that Gobbler tomorrow night. So come support the guys over here at DWRL going up against some of the pro guys that are going to make their way down in. And we always say that this is the pinnacle of dirt racing here for street stocks. And now they're making their way over there, so it's going to be rather interesting to see what happens. As the iRacing I flag, green flag is out here over the field. Here, 100 laps again, Lanier Speedway. As they work down the back straightaway into turn number 3, it is the 21 of Jim Revis, Rocky Battenfield for 2. David Blackburn works to the bottom there in the number 12 of Eric Eichstead. Good side-by-side battle for that third spot. As those guys working over each other pretty well. The number 12 of Eric Eichstead still holding on as now he dives down to the bottom. Oh, man, David Blackburn almost got to the side of the 12 of Eric Eichstead. That's not going to happen there. As Blackburn able to back out of it and running the bottom here at Lanier. Like I said, going back and forth here, just seeing what was going on, watching to see who else is doing a fantastic job. And right now, I see these guys pretty much single file. Besides maybe E.J. Jones, who's been working over the top shelf of the Speedway at Cedar Cove, number 84, is trying to get around the 111 machine of Kyle Moyer. Well, that would be a battle for the 6th spot. To answer your question out there, Charles, this is actually PC. iRacing is on PC. I see some of the other people actually answering it too down there in the chat box. Thank you, guys. Twenty viewers strong here tonight for the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights. Jim Revis, your race leader. Second still Rocky Battenfield. Is Battenfield going to war there with Eichstead and the number 16 machine of David Blackburn, Alex Brewer in that 5th spot, and then Kyle Moyer. Again, E.J. Jones, Ryan Bronson, and David Brewer running tail end Charlie right now, looking to try to get back through here. He don't want to be on the tail end for too long, as we're already completed 7 laps here at Lanier, and it looks like so far the number 21 is Revis trying to pull away from Battenfield, already up to .600 seconds over that number 97. Well, we got a moment racing action going on out there. Let the pictures do all the talking for us. We got to thank our sponsors here. We didn't get much of a pre-rush show to thank those guys, but I got to thank Hanover Record Service. Give them a call, 1-304-664-3848. Also got to thank iRacingIFlag.com. Jeff Brown, if you really want to be a step above the competition, head over to iRacingIFlag.com and ask Jeff Brown how. Also got to thank Brian and Kathy Voiles of Voiles Trucking. Head over to Voiles Trucking Facebook and find all your trucking needs. Also got to thank Tim Cummings in Custom Graphics and Engraving, CCM Custom Graphics and Engraving. Also got to thank BladeNode.com, simple web solutions powered by nerds. You can use the promo code BLADE10, get 10% off your first purchase. Also got to thank Scott Bargloff at South Texas Speedway, www.southtxspeedway.com. Also got to thank Hard Motorsports for the Quick Time Award each and every night here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. TDR-racing.net for your Turtle and your leader sponsorship. Trash Panda Graphics, JP Designs, who just came aboard as of late, and also cannot forget Milner Productions and Designs. Charlie Milner out there. Those guys make it all happen here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So meanwhile, it's all Jim Revis so far. Rocky Battenfield still running in that 2nd spot. 3rd would be Eric Eichstead. 4th, David Blackburn. 5th is still Alex Brewer. These guys have pretty much stayed single file here for the first 14 laps. Not really racing real hard, as they did race, I'm going to say, probably the first 5 laps of this one. Now they've single filed it out. They want to last to the end. They don't want to really mess up their car and not be there. David Brewer still sitting tail end Charlie there, the 319 machine, but these guys are pretty close together. You're going from the lead to the back here, about 3.6 seconds from the lead to the back. Like I said, watching Jim Revis here in that number 21 machine. Looks like Battenfield starting to catch him here. Good, I'm sorry if I get a little bit tongue-tied. Still fighting. I'm not sure what I'm fighting here tonight. Seems like my allergies, but it's not really my allergies. I'm coughing up a storm. I'm not sure what's going on with me, so hopefully we can get this. I can get this ironed out. I took allergy pills, and I also took sinus, cold and sinus flu medicine. So one of those ought to work here tonight. Maybe I'll be drugged up all night. Who knows? But taking cold medicine going on here, just trying to get everything locked and loaded here. For the next couple of events that we got going here. We had DWRL, and then I said, man, I got to really feel good for DWRL and the Gobbler coming up back-to-back. So starting to feel better here today, but still a little bit under the weather. Obviously, weather in upstate New York, not the kind of weather I'd like to see right now, but unfortunately that's a part of upstate New York that we all loathe, I guess. But the 21 of Jim Revis, still your race leader. Second is the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield, looking at what Eric Eichsted's doing, who's running in that third spot. He's been all over the rear bumper, all over Rocky Battenfield, I should say, like a cheap suit. There is he's just able to get right up there behind him, and it looks like he's just a tick faster here the last couple of laps. But the problem is you can catch a guy. It's another problem to try to pass a guy, as Battenfield able to hold on to that groove and keep him pinched down, and that keeps the number 12 of Eric Eichsted at bay so far, who's running that third spot. As Alex Brewer continues to move up too, looking at Alex Brewer trying to get around that number 16 of David Blackbird. Blackbird right now holding on to the fourth spot. He's able to peek to the high side. He's trying to get around the number 12 of Eric Eichstead as he lets her dig down to the bottom side there, catfishing it there. The BladeNote.com number 12 machine to try to get around the big monkey, Rocky Battenfield. Battenfield in that number 97 has held on to that second spot. Those guys have been able to run down Jim Revis, who was out to a .600 second lead there early on in the going, now down to .333 between Revis and Battenfield. Now the 16 of Blackbird goes to work on the number 12 of Eric Eichstead to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to get around the 12 of Eric Eichstead. Eichstead not going away without a fight, though, as the 16 has to back out of it. It seems like it catches the back bumper of the 97 rather quickly. Battenfield now 3 wide for the second spot now. Here comes the 16, splitting the difference up through the middle of Blackbird as the number 12 of Eric Eichstead backs out of it. That leaves the door open for Alex Brewer. Brewer now to the top shelf of the Speedway. As we continue to watch here, as Revis now peeks down to is working the bottom side as the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield goes up to the top shelf of the Speedway, pulls up alongside, side-by-side battle for the race lead as Battenfield up to the top shelf of the Speedway. As the 21 of Revis down low, just holding his line. Is he going to be able to fend off Battenfield, who's wicked fast up top here? They come off the turn, and they're going down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Rocky Battenfield continues to lead this one. The 21 still running in that second spot. But the 97 of Rocky Battenfield going to lead this time by. Oh, David Blackbird gets crossed up there in the number 16 machine. Around he goes. All by his lonesome. Here's the selfie for the number 16 machine. We'll go back to an instant replay. And, man, he just got crossed up. He was right there behind Rocky Battenfield. Revis comes up. I don't think he clipped him that way. He might have clipped him there. And then Brewer finished him off, got him sideways. And he comes back up the track into Kyle Moyer, unfortunately, in the 111, who was waiting in the wings. So the 16 of David Blackbird around in a knot, able to keep it going. The 111 of Kyle Moyer had a lot of front end damage to that machine, as you can see that. But there's a ton of front end damage to Kyle Moyer. Tough break for the 111. Under the first yellow flag here, the Hanover Record Service yellow flag of the evening. Rocky Battenfield, your current race leader. Second is Jim Revis. Third is Alex Brewer. Eric Eichstead for 4. Ryan Bronson for 5. E.J. Jones for 6. David Brewer, David Blackbird. And then you have Kyle Moyer running out your 9-car field right now. These guys have 32 laps in of 100. So there's still 68 laps to go. Going to be probably 67 at the line here next time by. As the I racing high flag, green flag is back out. Didn't take very long. Rocky Banfield more out to the lead. Here comes Alex Brewer down to the inside. Side-by-side battle for the second spot there with Jim Revis. Here comes the 6 of Ryan Bronson into the fray. Eric Eichsted's right there knocking at the door. And same way with 84, VJ Jones. Don't count him out. He was last week's winner there, the Cedar Cove number 84 machine. But Alex Brewer, who was running the third spot, had a really good start there. Was able to pull up alongside the 21 of Jim Revis, and they're still side-by-side. Yeah, pinball. You are definitely correct there. Chris out there. So Jim Revis still continues to run in that second spot. Rocky Banfield trying to run away and hide here early to go in the number 97 machine. He's up to .549. So almost as big of a lead as Revis had there a little bit earlier. Eric Eichstedt still running in that second spot right directly behind Jim Revis. Alex Brewer running third. Here comes DJ Jones. 3 wide for the fourth spot there. Brewer has it. So does the DJ Jones. He wants it. And so does the 6 of Ryan Bronson. Those guys all in the fight here. This gaggle of cars, you can throw a blanket over them. And you want to see any one of those guys coming through the corner. Again, you're watching Wednesday Night Street Fights, brought to you in part by Heartland, Harley, Davidson, here for the whole season. Season finale here. 100 laps at Lanier Speedway on the Full Velocity Racing Network as Jim Revis keeps peeking down to the bottom there, but Eric Eichstad giving him a run up top. They got 3 wide right directly behind him. Nobody knows where to go here. As of late, 60 laps will remain as they cross that start-finish line. So Battenfield out to the biggest lead of anybody here tonight, .950. As Big Monkey Rocky Battenfield, a man on a mission here tonight, tested and tuning here earlier. I got to watch a lot of these guys test and tune for the Gobbler. Now out here at Lanier, I don't know how much you can take from Lanier to take to the Gobbler there at Volusia. Not sure if there's a lot, but maybe gearing for that matter. But it's the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield in the race lead. Now it looks like the number 12 of Eric Eichstad was able to move into the second spot as he got around Jim Revis. Revis fell back to the third spot into the clutches of Alex Brewer, E.J. Jones, and the 6 of Ryan Bronson. Those guys all there knocking at the door as they come down the back straightaway. Trying to get around him is the 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer gives a bumper to him there off the corner, just letting him know that he is there, and he is large and in charge here tonight, trying to get around the number 21 of Jim Revis. So watching these guys fight it out here, duke it out. This is a battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. As E.J. Jones doesn't look like he's been able to get it going so far, but trying to get himself inside the top 5 there, and we'll see if he's going to be able to do that by the end of the race. Again, a lot of the race still left to go. 56 laps here left to go. So a lot of guys have some time to run each other down. But the 21 of Jim Revis is starting to run the bottom here, Lanier. See if he can get some extra traction down into the bite, the forward bite there, the moisture, whatever you want to call it. He's searching all over the track to try to get that moisture. Looked like his setup kind of went away. Dan Perry out there joining us here tonight from BladeNode.com. Out there cheering on his driver, the number 12 of Eric Eichstad. Eichstad right now having a fantastic race, holding on to that second spot just over Jim Revis. And meanwhile, right behind them, they have had a 3-wide battle for quite some time between Alex Brewer, E.J. Jones, and the 6 of Ryan Bronson. Those guys haven't touched at all. Able to keep on with the spots that they are actually in. So it's good job, good driving to these guys. We've been slowed by 1 yellow flag here tonight. Just 1, not 10. Just 1 here at Lanier, so not like another track that I shall not name, but there's a track that I've been broadcasting as of late, not just specifically the league, but the track seems to give us all nightmares, fits, whatever you want to call it. But Lanier, that's a pretty good track out here so far. So number 12 of Eric Eichstad still holding on here to the second spot, trying to find a way to maybe ride down Big Monkey Rocky Banfield. But Battlefield out to a 1.383 second lead over the rest of the field. As we come up here, yellow flag going to fly here over the field. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Second yellow flag here at the halfway point. Take a look to see what brought out this yellow flag. They're looking. Looks like Jim Revis has thrown the yellow flag here. Competition yellow maybe for the number 21 of Jim Revis. These guys get the line back up. Not sure exactly what the yellow flag was for. Oh, it looks like I said, Jim Revis threw the yellow flag. So maybe they gather it all back up. They gather it all back up. Sam's out there saying I'm not supposed to be biased. I don't think I'm being biased. Sam says let's call it debris on the track. Yeah, we can call that. Jim Revis seen some debris out there. A water bottle, a beer bottle, the crazy fans in the stands throwing stuff on the track. I've seen a lot of weird things happen. Shoot, I've had it when I was announcing at Skyline Racing. I've had a driver take the microphone out of my hand, my own personal microphone that I interviewed the top three with. Big mistake, I'm going to tell you. You should never interview the top three, especially if they've been contacted with each other, because a huge brawl ensues if you don't lock the gate behind you when you're announcing in the middle of the woods at a racetrack that's local to you. I'm going to tell you, big mistake. Learn it the hard way. But the number 97 machine of Rocky Battenfield. Right now, your current race leader, Jim Revis, still running into the second spot. Eric Eichstead still looking to the top side of the speedway, trying to make something happen. The 84 of E.J. Jones, a natural one. Working in the bottom there too, as it looks like Eric Eichstead starting to slip back a tad bit. As Eichstead in the BladeNote.com number 12 machine can't get anything going on the top shelf of the speedway. Jim Revis has found something on the bottom. Gotta say hello to Caleb Ramsey out there who tuned in. Hope everything's doing well with you and your family there, Caleb. The number 21 of Jim Revis and Eric Eichstead really duking it out, let me tell you. Duking it out for the second spot. It's like they're duking it out like it's the last lap for a win. So the number 84 is still peeking down on the bottom. Oh man, E.J. Jones had to back out of it a tad bit. Going to be 40 laps to go here this time by. So this race has been pretty fast and furious here as the big monkey Rocky Battenfield is pulled away. 1.100 of Eric Eichstead. But we're going to stay with the battle there. Revis and Eichstead. Then you got E.J. Jones and Alex Brewer. Those guys fighting it out. Whatever you want to call it. The 6 of Ryan Bronson right there too. Duking it out. Haymakering it out. It's all about fights here at Wednesday Night Street Fights. So again, still watching a great race here for the second spot. Number 12 of Eric Eichstead. Still your current second place runner. 21 of Jim Revis running in the third spot. Fourth is the 84 of E.J. Jones, who's in the midst of a battle there. A dogfight with the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer, the bulldozer right now, not going anywhere. And the number 1 is E.J. Jones, drifts up the track just a tad bit. I thought he was going to get into Jim Revis. Doesn't do so, but man, that was a great battle there. But one well of a push from the 84, the Cedar Cove number 84 machine, as he was trying to get around the number 21 of Jim Revis. Sam Perry out there enjoying the chat. Sam Perry, appreciate it out there as long as everybody's keeping it lively. I'm going to ask you guys, there's about 30 laps to go here coming up. I want to know who your favorite is out here to win this race. Is it Rocky Battenfield? Do you guys think Rocky Battenfield is going to take down the win? How many of you think Eric Eichstead able to catch Rocky Battenfield and take him down? How many E.J. Jones fans do we have out there? Drunken E.J. Jones fans. How about Jim Revis in the 21? He led the majority of this race. Can he make it back up to the front? What about Alex Brewer? Can he make it to the front? Ryan Bronson. Ryan Bronson's been consistent all season long, running in that 6th spot. What about Kyle Moyer? And the 111. Or even David Blackburg in the 16. What about 319 and David Brewer? 9 cars, guys. You got them to choose from. I want to see your picks out there in Facebook Live. Come on. Saddle them up, boys. Saddle them. Give me your picks. While you're out there. We know who Mindy's going for. We know who Sam's going for. We got 2 picks for Eric Eichstead to win this one. Is there any more? I guess we'll wait. The number 97 of Rocky Battenfield still continues to lead. Eric Eichstead for 2. For 3 is A.J. Jones. And you got Jim Revis running in the 4th spot. The 6th machine. The 6th machine of Ryan Bronson down to the bottom there, trying to fight there with the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer right now to the top shelf for the Speedway as trying to hold on to the 5th spot is Brewer there, the bulldozer. Trying to bulldoze his way up on the top shelf. Trying to plow his own way there, I should say, and maybe make another racing group up there, as he's been known for that, up on the top shelf. What about the number 6 of Ryan Bronson still running right there? Man, this is a pretty tight-knit little battle, as it looks like, yeah, the voodoo, Mindy Eichstead. And Casey Brunson, I don't know if that's wise to pick me. I'm not even out there. You want me to? I probably could go out there and ghost it. I probably wouldn't even be able to hang with these guys. They probably already had me a lap down like 5 times. Chris out there saying Rocky. Big Monkey, we call him here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. 25 laps to go here for Rocky Battenfield. 2.283 seconds. Over Eric Eichstead, E.J. Jones, Jim Revis, Alex Brewer, Ryan Bronson, Kyle Moyer, David Blackburg, David Brewer. 9 cars. Rocky Battenfield has led quite a few laps here, 49 laps to say the least. So Eric Eichstead right now running in that 2nd spot. E.J. Jones, it's pretty much single file for the rest of these guys through the field. Yeah, it seems like EJ always on the move there, Chris, towards the end of these races. He always has some type of setup that's weird that just comes in strong at the end. Guess that's not a bad thing. Like I said, just having a little bit of fun here at Lanier Speedway. 100 lap season finale here for the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights here. It's been a fantastic season with the DWRL guys. Hopefully more to come here in the upcoming season. Hopefully they'll talk us into coming back and broadcasting, or we can talk them into letting us broadcast again. We're not sure. But usually we told them if they'll have to throw us out. So we'll see what happens there. If we're going to come back and broadcast, they're going to take some time off. I know week 13 we don't do anything. I know Lernerville coming out here rather soon here, so that'll be a track to be practicing on and learning and doing different things. I mean, Savor, PA. I've been down there a couple times for the Firecracker 100. They're a big Word of Outlaw late model race. Man, that was fantastic to go down and watch their 3-day show that I went down. I went down early. I think I called in to work for that one. Shh. Very quiet about that. But the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield pulling away here. Hasn't pulled away as much. Eric Eichstead did dip a little bit off the time. Let's see if he dips any more off the time here. Last time by was 2.226. This time by 2.300. So Eric Eichstadt definitely has not chipped into the lead of Rocky Battlefield, but it hasn't really grown that fast. Tell you, guy E.J. Jones keeps looking to the bottom, trying to make something happen there, and trying to get around Eric Eichstadt, but hasn't been able to do so. Jim Revis right now, well, pretty much in his own area code here. He's just running in that fourth spot, and between a couple of battling cars and just maintaining a pretty good position as he drifts up the track a little bit. Looks like he's starting to get a tad bit tight. Still coughing up a storm here, but working on this, so. So Rocky Battenfield, 15 laps to go. And Rocky Battenfield doing a fantastic job. Fastest car out there on the speedway. Last time by was pretty quick time, so 17.414 to 17.418 for Eric Eichstadt. This time by Battenfield just way faster than Eric Eichstadt. 17.391 for Battenfield. Eichstadt with a 17.604 right now. So this is rather interesting here. So, man, I just don't know if anybody's going to have anything for Rocky Battenfield. Battenfield coming up here on 12 laps to go here at the Lanier Speedway. And he's been pretty dominant here. Led 61 laps so far. Can he lead the rest of the way around here and be able to take down the checkered flag here at the end of the season? We haven't seen a lot of Battenfield, but Battenfield doing a great job here in his return to Wednesday Night Street Fights, trying to take down a victory here, put an exclamation point on it, maybe carry that momentum into the Gobbler tomorrow night here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. That would be good for him. Is momentum is big. You win a ton of races before you go into a what we call a bigger race. It should be a pinnacle race, or one of the crown jewels of VLR is what they say. Riding in a little bit, riding in a win streak, or riding in even a win for that matter, gives it a little bit more of a boost of confidence. And Battenfield trying to do that there. And at number 97 as we're coming up, we're on 10 to go here. It'll be under 10 to go. 9 laps will remain for Rocky Battenfield. Eric Eichstadt running in that second spot. Who's caught him? The number 84 of E.J. Jones. And Eichstadt gets out of shape over there and saves it, but going to lose the spot there to E.J. Jones, who motors on and by to the second spot. As Eric Eichstadt now drop kicks himself back to the third spot. See if we can get a conversation with him here tonight. It's been a while since we've talked to that driver there, the BladeNode.com number 12 machine. So Cedar Cove, number 84, up to second. So taking a gander back here, Jim Revis still running in fourth. Fifth is still Alex Brewer. Those guys pretty much single file. Good battle going on there for the sixth spot there between David Blackberg and the cone going flying in the sixth machine of Ryan Bronson. Bronson right now holding on to the sixth spot, but David Blackberg wants it. Then you got Kyle Moyer still running in eighth, and ninth is still David Brewer there. There's 9 cars. At least you can finish inside the top 10 here this evening. I always got to say that at the local track. Myself. Dude, we had 5 cars at one point running around our local track. That was never a good thing. So Battenfield getting the 5 to go. Speaking of 5 cars, 5 laps remaining here. 5 more trips around the Lanier Speedway. Battenfield 3.1 seconds ahead of the whole field here. E.J. Jones running in second. I don't think Jones is going to have enough time to track him down. He would really have to tally off some time. And last time by, he was indeed quicker. Was E.J. Jones than Rocky Battenfield, but not a ton quicker. He blocks off a little bit of time, but Rocky Battenfield has been staying consistent, smooth with his line here. And that number 97 machine is going to be 3 laps remaining here on Lanier Speedway. Jim Revis right now is able to move into that third spot around Eric Eichstadt. And Eichstadt just looks like he's losing the handle just a tad bit on the number 12 machine. But now he's going to lose a spot to Alex Brewer. So the 21 of Jim Revis moving up into the third spot. So good to run there for the number 21 of Jim Revis. As Rocky Battenfield going to receive, I believe it's going to be the white flag this time around. Indeed, it's going to be. One more trip around Lanier down the back straightaway for the final time. In the turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, the number 97 of Rocky Batfield, the big monkey, going to take down Lanier National Speedway. Second going to go to E.J. Jones. Third, Jim Revis there on the podium. Alex Brewer, Ryan Bronson, Eric Eichstead, who I don't know if he got damaged. He got all kinds of loose. Tough break for Eric Eichstead. No, Mindy saying he got too high. I'm sure he's not happy with himself. It looked like he was starting to lose a little bit of grip on them rear tires. Not sure if that was the case. But again, our top 3 here tonight, Rocky Battenfield, E.J. Jones, and Jim Revis. We're going to take a brief pause for the cause, make our way on over to Discord, and get our interview with our top 3 podium finishers here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. All right, and welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for racing. Top 3 on the docket here for the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights, finishing up third here on the podium with the last pass there and able to get to the podium, the number 21 of Jim Revis, the evil one himself, bringing home that third spot. Jim, track like Lanier, pretty good racing going on out there. I've been watching you guys race all afternoon since 4 o'clock in different servers. So I know you guys got a lot of lap time on Volusia. So I know I've been hopping around watching every street stock racer drive. But coming to Lanier after going to Volusia, how much did that screw you up, Jim, trying to go to these different tracks like that?
A little bit. It was still fun. I'll tell you, I know I'm wore out. Rocky was complaining about his hands being numb. So I don't know how many laps all of us put in today practicing for the Gobblers. So, but all in all, man, it was a fun race. Had a blast going 100 laps with one actual caution, and then we threw a caution at lap 50. So everybody get feeling back in their fingers.
It was definitely a good race, Jim. And I was trying to question that. I was like, man, the 50 lap Jim threw that yellow. So I was thinking maybe a competition yellow sorts. So I figured you guys may have planned that because that was a long race, a grueling race there. Like I said, one actual caution, and you guys able to keep it going. And like I said, you guys got to be tired after all the laps you put in today.
Oh yeah, this is probably going to be it for me tonight. I hang out, bullshit a little bit, and after that, that's about it.
All right, Jim. Third place finish here tonight. Good way to end the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights. It looks like last race of the season for you guys here on Wednesday nights. But it was a good way to end it. And you've had some pretty good races here all season long. And man, a top 3, ride the momentum maybe into next season.
It'd be nice. We only had 8 cars here. Some of the fast guys, I don't know whether it's that if they was just tired or wanted to take a break or what. But like I said, all in all, it was a fun race.
Yeah, definitely a fun race. Like I said, low car counts. I attributed it to everybody practicing for the Gobbler being tired out. Because I tell you what, me going to server, watching everybody, that was tiring me out too. Just watching you guys tired me out.
Well, I know David's been on since about 8 o'clock this morning practicing. I've been on from about noon on to now, and Eric's been pretty well everybody in here has been on practicing. So should be a good race for the Gobbler tomorrow, though. I'm looking forward to it. And
I'm looking forward to watching, see what you guys got stacked up here. We always call you the pinnacle of street stock racing here in iRacing. So we're looking forward to see what you guys do up against the bigger names that don't normally race these street stocks.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, 3 years trying. Hopefully this is my lucky year. Hopefully I can make it into the main show. So I don't know. Like I said, it'll be some good racing. I'm sure they're going to fill it up right at the last minute. So be a bunch of good drivers and 2 servers. Should be good.
Yeah, definitely going to be a great race there, Jim. But I'm giving the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. Let's think here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
For our season finale, man, I got to thank everybody that comes out and races, views. You guys for putting it on. My team, or our team, Team Dirt Warrior. David, I know David puts in a lot of time on working on setups and everything. Same with Kyle. And, God, I don't know who else. Junk Fabrication, almost forgot Mitch Enos there. Gotta give a shout out to old Mitch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bring it home third here tonight. Jim Revis. Jim, go get some rest and do well in that gobbler tomorrow.
I'm hoping to, man. EJ's up next, so I hope you got you a glass of water or something.
How about I got my favorite beverage sitting right in front of me?
There you go, buddy. All right, Todd.
right.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, you're welcome. Jim Revis there, finishing up third here tonight. Lanier, great group of guys over here, I tell you, DWRL. We're going to move on down here to a guy that we've been seeing more of lately. He's finally got the passion for dirt track racing back a little bit, and finishing another podium finish here tonight, EJ Jones. And EJ, I was telling Jim, I'm kind of tired watching all you guys race all afternoon. I bet you guys didn't know I was watching all you guys race in these different servers, but been watching it, and then you guys come to Lanier, run another 100 laps. Man, you wore me out just watching you guys race, but a fantastic finish here, another podium finish for that number 84 machine. Tell us about your race.
Well, started last, and I had absolutely nothing for Rocky, so I was basically kind of feel like I was running for second that whole race. So, but for being away from dirt for a little bit to get that, I'll take it, even though it was only from about 9th. I would have rather have been about 20th, but that just means I started in the back with a low car count, so that means next time I don't have to start back there.
Definitely looking in, and I was talking about the gobbler to Jim there, EJ, and it sounds like you're practicing a little bit more. But the gobbler going on here tomorrow night and watching you guys race at Lanier, how much did, and I asked Jim the same question, how much did it mess you up there coming from each track there? Did you have to learn something rather quickly when you come back to Lanier?
It didn't mess me up at all. The same setup I plan on running for the gobbler, I just ran in that race. I just changed the gear in it. So I just wanted to see. It was actually really kind of a good dry run. The track's a little different, but with it being as dry as it just was, I think it helped me learn a little bit. Plus, it's got some bacon to it. So I feel decent about tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
You never know. I think they're going to close in on 120 entries by the end of tonight. I know they had to be pretty close here. I think it was 106 entries last I knew, but it's going to be interesting to see how you guys race. I'm going to be rooting for you guys, going up against the guys, what I call the pro guys that come down from the super late model divisions that run iRacing, the sprint car guys that run in iRacing there that have won money. Those guys all going to be a part of that. I'm sure that don't scare you, EJ, because you guys can wheel street stocks rather well.
I'm looking forward to it. It took me, I don't remember when the gobbler was announced. I think it was a month ago, and it took me about 3 weeks to kind of really get motivated for it. And now that it's almost here, it's all right, it's been doing some work. Well, we just ran a practice race before the Lanier race just now, and it was a pretty stacked race, and I felt pretty good in it. So we'll just see what happens tomorrow, and hopefully we do better than the 12th that we managed to do last year over at Knoxville. So plus that was fixed setup. This year is going to be a little bit different animal, I think, and hopefully we can get the track really dry. And if we can do that, then I think you'll see us up front, hopefully.
All right, EJ, one last time here for the Wednesday Night Street Fights, Heartland, Harley Davidson. The microphone, the floor is all yours. Thank you, or like to thank.
I got the guys Cedar Cove Speed, like I said, Raps, the guys at DWR, also the guys with Outcast Dirt Racing. Thanks to my friend Peter. Say hey, Charles, Dylan. Thanks to them. Hopefully, I get the new rig set up this weekend after a little UPS snafu last weekend caused me not to be able to do it. So, it's. I got the grill here. We'll have the grill tomorrow. We'll cook burgers and hot dogs and drink some Michelobs after the races, and we'll just have a good old time afterwards. Hopefully Phil's around, and we can have some fireball cake with him tomorrow night after the 100 laps if we can make that show.
No, Phil will be there. Phil will definitely
Awesome.
be there tomorrow.
We'll have fireball cake regardless if I make the show then.
All right, that sounds good, EJ. Good luck tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll see you down on a podium finish in that race.
I hope to talk to y'all tomorrow night. If I talk to y'all tomorrow night, then it must have been a pretty good night, I think.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, picking up second here tonight, DWRL, the Heartland Wednesday night street fights driver of the Cedar Cove, number 84, EJ Jones, the natural one here, closing out the season with a second place finish. We're going to make our way on down here to Victory Lane with the driver of the number 97, Rocky Battenfield, who had his own area code here this evening. And I was telling these guys, and I'm going to keep telling everybody here that comes in here, I got tired watching all you guys run all these practice races all day. I've been going from server to server to server to watch you guys race. Another 100 laps on top of that. How much more you got left in the bank here tonight, Rocky?
I am going to bed.
Bad.
I've been practicing all day and kind of getting ready for this race tomorrow. And God dang, I hope I had the same car I had tonight because it was a hot.
I don't think bed's the answer. Jeff Brown's going to be on here in a little bit again.
Hell, that means I'll be up till 2:30 or 3.
Yeah, that means I'm going to be too. This time I will be. But I know he's coming back around tonight, Rocky. The Gobbler coming up, and I know you had a big win here tonight, but I know a lot of everybody anticipating that Gobbler tomorrow night. And the round table going on tomorrow, we're going to be interviewing some drivers, and maybe we can get some of these DWRL drivers in there too during that round table. But a great win here. I mean, tell us about the difference that you had to transition and how much your hands hurt at the end of this.
I was telling them about halfway through, my fingers, I couldn't feel my fingers at the end of the race. I mean, my hand was completely asleep. And it was fun, but, I was tired. I was tired going into this, so I'm real tired.
Well, Rocky, congratulations on the win here tonight. But the Gobbler, what are you expecting out of yourself? A win? What are you expecting? Going up against some of them guys.
Honestly, I want to make it first, and then once I'm in the show, I mean, I want to try to win it. I mean, I was up to second last year and had some bad luck at the end, ended up falling back to seventh. Man, the money's great. The prestige is greater. I mean, I want to win just because it's the Gobbler.
Well, if you win, I want to hear a big shout. I mean, I want to hear a scream out of the microphone if you win tomorrow night there, Rocky. You got to do that for me at least.
If I win, you'll probably be able to hear me without the microphone.
Well, Rocky, I'll give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I would like to thank here tonight.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank these guys over at DWRL. They do a fantastic job. I'd like to thank you guys at Full Velocity. Love you guys. Of course, you guys know that because every chance I get, I'm pushing you guys. My buddies over at Full Throttle Performance, Outcast Racing, Alex, and I just went blank on a few people. I'm sorry, I am tired. Jeff Brown at iRacing iFlag, WR1 Chassis, Supermoon Graphics, 30 Grasso, Capron, Monsters of Dirt, Pack 3. Appreciate everybody helping me out.
All right, Rocky. Looking forward to the Gobbler tomorrow night. The round table ought to be interesting too. There's something Jeff Brown brought up to us here. That's going to be interesting too. And you guys that are listening can get involved in that round table. Just get a hold of us on Full Velocity Racing Network. Get a hold of Rocky. Rocky will get you into the show in there somehow too. I believe Rocky knows a little bit more than I do. I just said, yes, I'll do it. So, it's just one of those things. We're going to just pull everybody in. We're going to have a nice round table before the race. Pre-race festivities is going to be cool. It really is. I think we got some good guests coming on, and then we're going to do some other drivers that want to show up. I mean, we're going to try to highlight everybody that we can here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And I know this race here, the Crown Jewel, one of the Crown Jewels, one of my favorite races, because Full Fighter Frenzy is going to be fantastic. And watching these guys race the street stocks. And how many entries did you end up with, Rocky?
Yeah, I was just going to try and get in there. I've got 109 right now. We've got space for 11 more entries. If you're wanting to sign up, message me on Facebook, and I'll get you all the information you.
When's the last time they can register for that event, Rocky?
I'll probably take them all the way up to about 5 o'clock Central tomorrow. See if we can fill this thing.
All right, 5 o'clock Central, 6 Eastern, guys. Get involved. There are 11 more spots left. I'm sure Rocky will have a huge post if it fills up. So get involved. 11 more spots left, and a chance to etch your name in history, I'm going to say, here with one of the crown jewel events here the VLR puts on. Rocky works so hard on, and Full Velocity Racing Network gets to cover it here once again for the second year in a row. So we're glad to be a part of that, too.
Yeah, and I know we're really glad that you guys are on, and Ultimate Dirt TV is going to come on and do Server 2 for us, and maybe we can get a 3-man booth tomorrow night.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It would be nice to see Brett Wheeler come here with us and get on there, and that'd be rather interesting if we can get a 3-man booth. Brett, call's going out to you, buddy.
Yeah, come on, Brett, we need you.
So again, thank you, Rocky, for taking some time out and talk a little bit extra here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and good luck tomorrow.
I appreciate it, man, and hopefully I'll be talking to you about the same thing tomorrow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight, driver 97 machine, the big monkey, Rocky Battenfield, taking on the victory here at the near 100. Well, it's going to be in another season here at the Wednesday Night Street Fights, the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday Night Street Fights. Has been a fantastic season again here over at DWRL. Like I said, a little bit lower car count, but these guys have been racing quite hard here all evening long, and that's what they're working on is the Gobbler tomorrow. That's the big picture. That's going to be live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network in Server 1. Server 2 will be UDTV. That'll be Brett Wheeler and those guys. And then we will have the big show here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We have the pre-race. We have a race or a talk show in between both races as we get to transition on to another server. A lot of great things coming here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to go get prepared for it. I know Jack and I have a lot to do here to get prepared for it. I know he's going to be around here tomorrow night, I do believe. I haven't really talked to him yet, but I know he's down there itching. What are you throwing my name in there for? But I'm going to sign off here for tonight. Wishing you guys all a good night, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night at the Gobbler. Again, reminding you this, keep the silver side up, rubber side down, keep that hammer down. We'll see you next time here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Good night.